This moment right here is the one that I've been waiting for, looking forward to ever since I first swung my leg over on the TVS Apache RR310 BTO. I mean, our comprehensive road test back home at our favorite hunting ground at Lavasa was enough to convince us to give it our prestigious Motorcycle of the Year award last year. But I have been itching to ride it here in the safe confines of a racetrack to finally be able to really push it and understand the gains it brings to the table. That is essentially the aim here, to quantify these improvements by comparing the BTO with the RR310 to get a deeper understanding of the scale of performance that these components deliver when you invest your hard-earned money on the race kit and the dynamic kit. So before spinning some laps on the stock RR310 to come to grips with the track and the motorcycle, which will then lay down the foundation for us to hopefully build on when I hop on the BTO. And that's the beauty of the racetrack, right? Because this is where the buck stops. The lap time lays bare the truth of it all. How much better is the BTO compared to the stock RR310? Let's go and find out. Nothing like having this beautiful facility all to yourself to ride this beauty in anger. Let's do this. Yeah, I know I don't look the part because we chose probably the hottest day on earth for this track day, but this was incredible fun. It's been a long time since I've ridden the RR310 here at MMRT, and even before I'd completed the first lap, I already felt at home on the motorcycle. That's essentially what the bike is, yeah? It's very easy to ride, very predictable, inspires a whole lot of confidence to get on the pace right away. And then you have a really communicative chassis. Even the riding stance is like the sweet spot between comfortable and sporty. And of course you have the sticky Michelin rubber, so you can really start carving out your lines in corners. As much fun as this was, now I'm really curious to hop on to the BTO and see what the race and the dynamic kits bring to the table. It is truly incredible the difference that these kits make. So firstly, you have the dynamic kit, which brings to the fore fully adjustable KYB suspension at the front and the back, as well as the brass chain. And then you have the race kit, which offers you these lowered clip-ons and rear set pegs. But I think the biggest differentiator is undoubtedly the fully adjustable suspension, because then you can set up the motorcycle for your weight and your riding style and also the riding environment. For my weight, for my 80 kg frame, first we dialed in another turn of preload at the front and the back. And then we went on to add another 3 clicks of compression and 4 more clicks of rebound at the front and the back, going for a more aggressive setup to help the bike handle better here on the racetrack. And the difference was night and day. Suddenly, we were gaining, we were making time pretty much everywhere, more so at corner entry, because you can brake so much harder and so much deeper because you have a lot more support from the suspension. Then once you have set up your corner entry speed, you can really flow into the corner, carry a lot of speed, mainly because of the rear set pegs, which help you twofold. Firstly, there's more cornering clearance, and secondly, they really help you anchor your outside leg properly, so you're loose on the handlebar, which is essential and important because at this point of time you're still trail braking right up to the apex into the corner. Again, something which you can do thanks to the connection which you feel with the front end because of the lowered clip-ons and the aggressive setup. And then once you let go of the brake, the transition when you start slowly dialing in the gas is also so much smoother because the weight transfer is a lot smoother with this setup. That allows you to start slowly dialing in the gas with the bike still leaned over till you pick it up and really give it the beans at the exit. And that's the crazy part, right? That this is still a much softer setup which we are running to account for MMRT's bumpy surface. Because if you were to ride the same bike at a place like say BIC, you can be even more aggressive, make the bike even sharper. And then that will also mean you're gaining time everywhere, as we saw, braking, corner entry, corner exit, and also on the straights, because you have a much better tucked in position because of the lower clip-ons, which then helps you eke out that much more slightly better top speed at every straight that you find where you can keep the throttle pinned for as long as you can. So clearly, I'm blown with all of this, right? But it would all mean nothing unless we have a lap time to prove what I'm feeling. And if we have come all this way, if we have booked the track, if we have the bikes, then we might as well go the whole 9 yards and also get a specialist to clock in the fastest times. Someone who is not only a lot lighter than I am, but also a whole lot faster. So I'm gonna get in my dear friend Soorya PM for the job. So he's a multiple national champion who can ride on this racetrack with his eyes closed, and is also quite familiar with the RR310, having won a few races on it. So we're gonna set Soorya loose on all of these bikes to go for it, clock the fastest possible time, and set the record straight once and for all. And that guy is seriously quick. I mean, it's always a pleasure to watch someone this talented ride the nuts out of a machine from such close quarters. And now that he has gone ahead and done the job and recorded the fastest timing, it's time to spill the beans. So, on the stock bike, he went on to clock a mighty impressive time of 2 minutes, 5.1 seconds in these sweltering hot conditions where the tire was almost melting and moving around so much. If that wasn't enough, he managed to go 1.5 seconds quicker on this bike. Same engine spec, similar tires. In fact, the tires on this were slightly more rolled, they were moving around more. And still managed to go out and clock a lap time of 2 minutes, 3.5 seconds. So yeah, that just goes to show you just the amount of confidence a rider feels when he's riding a properly set up bike. And I have to say, I have to breathe out a sigh of relief because I'm always the one who's pushing manufacturers to launch bikes with adjustable suspension. So there comes the redemption. And the fact that you can actually buy the race kit and the dynamic kit for all of just 20,000 rupees, I mean, it just makes the BTO a non-brainer for anyone wanting to learn the fine art of corner cowing.